Success isn't random. It follows a code. Welcome to the Conant Code, where we break down the strategies, challenge the myths, and uncover the truth in 5 minutes or less. Now, let's crack the code.
He was in his 50s, broke, tired, and stuck in a job most people would have quit long ago. Every day, he drove from town to town, lugging his product with him, demonstrating it to bored restaurant owners who were far more interested in lunch rushes than in whatever this guy was selling. It was a milkshake machine, and it wasn't even a particularly good one. It made multiple shakes at once, which sounded useful, but most diners couldn't justify buying one. Still, he pushed on. He was no stranger to failure. His life was a string of near misses and bad timing. He'd tried selling paper cups. He'd tried real estate. He even tried the music business, playing piano for speakeasies during Prohibition. None of it worked out. Not really. Now here he was, over 50, dragging a milkshake machine from diner to diner, trying to scrape by. Most people in his position would have quit, retired quietly. Maybe taken a job at someone else's company. But not him. He had this feeling, this gut instinct, that his big break was still out there. He just had to find it. And then, one day, he did. A small diner in San Bernardino, California, had just ordered 6 of his milkshake machines. 6. Most restaurants barely needed one. Who in the world needed to make 30 milkshakes at once? Curious, he got in his car and drove across the country to see this magical diner for himself. What he found was something entirely new. The restaurant wasn't like any he'd seen before. It was fast, efficient. Every burger, every shake, every bag of fries was made the same way, perfectly, every time. Customers lined up around the block, families, teenagers, construction workers. It was like a well-oiled machine. And it hit him. This wasn't just a restaurant. This was a system that could be replicated, a system that could scale. He could see it so clearly. This wasn't a little family-owned burger stand. It was the foundation of something much bigger, something revolutionary. So he made a decision that would change his life forever. He didn't just sell them his milkshake machines. He partnered with them. At least, that's how it started. But partnering wasn't enough. He wanted control, full control, so he could turn the little operation into the global powerhouse he envisioned. It wasn't easy. Negotiations got messy. Deals were made and broken. Eventually, he took over the company. His vision became reality. He refined the process, built systems, and franchised the business across the country, one restaurant at a time. It took years, and it wasn't glamorous work. He spent his days visiting franchisees, driving long hours, and fighting battles with his own partners. But slowly, the empire grew, and by the time most people were retiring, he was just getting started. His name? Ray Kroc. And the little burger stand that changed his life? McDonald's. Today, McDonald serves over 69 million customers a day in more than 100 countries. It's one of the most recognized brands in the world, a global giant. But it didn't start that way. It started with a middle-aged man lugging around a mediocre milkshake machine, refusing to give up. The lesson? Success rarely comes in a straight line. Sometimes it takes decades. Sometimes it takes driving across the country for one meeting that changes everything. Sometimes it means reinventing yourself over and over until you find the thing that works. And here's the twist. Ray Kroc wasn't just lucky. He saw something others didn't. He took an existing idea and turned it into a movement, not by creating something new, but by building a system around it. The question is, what are you missing that's right in front of you? What existing idea could become your big break if only you gave it the structure it needs? The key isn't just having the idea. The key is persistence, adaptability, and knowing when to take a leap that others wouldn't dare. And that, my friends, is the Conant Code.
That's it for this episode of the Conant Code. If you got something out of it, share it with a friend, follow the show, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. More insights, more strategies, and more code breaking coming soon. Until next time, keep thinking, keep building, and keep pushing forward.